Okay, so, yeah, I'm playing Mount&Blade Warband. I swear, I, I, I was playing this game before I knew Kutra was. I swear. Honest. 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 I was playing it and then I almost watched his videos on it because, I wanted to see more. But that's not important. We're gonna start a new game. If I went to load game, I have a couple of them. I have this on day 64. Sort of in a really bad position. And this one, which I'm currently playing. But that's not important. We're gonna start a new game. We're gonna start a new game. Yes. Now it broke. Welcome, adventurer, to Mount&Blade Warband. Before beginning the game, you must create your character. Remember that being in the traditional medieval society depicted in the game, war and politics are usually dominated by the male members of nobility. That does not, however, mean you should not choose to play a female character, or one who is not of noble birth. Male nobles may have a somewhat easier start, but women and commoners can attain all of the same goals, and in fact may have a much more interesting, if more challenging, early game. I'm picking a male noble because you get to have a flag and a standard. Yes, that's the entire reason I'm doing that. An impoverished noble. Bang. Stepchild. How would I don't know. You came into the world the son of a declining nobility, owning only the house in which they lived. However, despite your family's hardships, they afford you a good education and train you from childhood for the rigors of I know what an aristocrat is. Aristocracy? Is that how you pronounce that? I don't know. And why am I doing a Jean-Luc Picard voice? You started to learn about the world almost as soon as you could walk and talk. You spent your early life as... sure. A boy growing out of childhood. You were sent to live in the court of one of the nobles of the land. There, your first lessons were in humility, but as you waited upon the lords and ladies of the household, from their chess games, their gossip, even the poetry of the great deeds of courtly love, you quickly began to learn about the adult world of conflict and competition. You also learned from the rough games of the other children who battered each other with sticks in imitation of their elders' swords. Then, as a young adult, your life changed as it always does. You became... what do I want to become? I think a squire. Make it so, number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 7. 14. 12, okay. Through the distinction... Oh, by the way, my computer has evolved. That's the only thing I can get out of this. Earlier, in the title screen, in most games like this, I would get something like 35 frames a second. I was getting 117. I think my computer has actually reached a higher level of being. Quick thing. Through the distinction felt sudden to you, somewhere along the way you had become a man, and the whole world seemed to change around you. When you were named squire to a noble at court, you practiced long hours with weapons, learning how to deal out hard knocks and how to take them too. You were instructed in your obligations to your lord, and your duties to those who might day once be your vassals. But in addition to learning the chivalric ideal, you also learned about the less uplifting side. Old warriors' stories of ruthless power politics, of betrayals and usurpations, of men who used guile as well as valor to achieve their aims. But soon everything changed, and you decided to strike out on your own as an adventurer. What made you take this decision was personal revenge, the loss of a loved one, wanderlust, being forced out of your home, lust for money and power, or go back. Wait, by go back does it mean go back to the previous screen, or I just get to go back home and live out the rest of your life? Oh, you're going back? Okay, you get to live out the rest of your life. It was boring. Game over. That's it. It's the entire game. I don't know. Personal revenge, wanderlust, money and power. Only you know exactly what caused you to give up your old life and become an adventurer. To everyone else, it's clear you are now motivated solely by personal gain. My life in a nutshell. You want to be rich, powerful, respected, feared. You want to be the one whom all others hurry to obey. You want people to know everything your name. You want people to know your name and tremble whenever it is spoken. You want everything, and you won't let anyone stop you from having it. I am Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Enterprise. I never actually watched those movies. but I can do it, as far as I'm concerned, half decent Jean-Luc Picard. And I know his name. That bit scared me. Well, become an adventurer and ride to your destiny. I feel like should be epic music playing in the background. You have been awarded the right to carry a banner. A banner will signify your status and bring you honor. Which banner do you want to choose? Now, the first time I played this, I didn't realize there was a next page option. There are like this page, this page, this page, that page, that page, and that page. No, and that page. And that page. There we go. I thought it was only these, and I thought this was the coolest one. The one with the little axe. The little axe. A-X-E. Axe. So I always pick that one now. What will the game's saving policy be? Realistic. Yeah. Now enter your name and distribute your attributes. Skill and weapon points. You can click on various elements of the screen. Yes, I know this. Now, because of that voice, Luc Picard. If I... That's not I. It's an L. I think I was holding the... Okay, now if I spelled that right, and that's amazing, in my opinion. Iron Flesh definitely want it. Prison management, we'll put one into... I think I'm gonna put one into trade, just in case. Whoa, what's going on? Whoops. Inventory management. I'll give that one. I think I'll give, Power Draw one. Also, I already have 3 in Power Strike. That's interesting. Horse Archery. And... Tactics? Tracking? Looting? Looting, I guess? No. Which is the one that's... Is it First Aid? No. Surgery, Wound Treat. It's Wound Treatment. Your party healing is kind of slow. I like to upgrade that a little bit. Okay. Charisma, Strength, Instant Agility. I don't know. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna go for. And I'm also gonna put another point in Prison Management, because you get 5 people for every Prison Management, and I like people in my party. I wanna go for Archery. I have one-handed weapons up insanely high because I'm a knight. I have one-handed weapons up insanely high because I am a knight. No, I need to use more formal words than that. Adjust your character's face using the buttons and the sliders. To rotate the head, click on it and drag the mouse. Hold on for just 1 second. And we're back roughly a minute and a half later. I was going to go into depth using all of these sliders to make it look like Jean-Luc Picard. I made him bald and made him a little bit older, and that was it. Seriously, you expect me to make this and this really look different? It's puny. This game has a ton of customization, and you never really see your character's face. So, this is our Jean-Luc Picard. And I did find out I spelled that right. I actually did. Now, here are my rules, basically. Love these guys. Hate these guys, hate these guys. Just from previous plays. Yep, yeah, this, that, and the other. Longships. Your falcons. That sounds awesome. It sounds like a mix between a griffin and a falcon. It's amazing. Can I get that as my steed? It's like the secret, like, unlock steed. That'd be amazing. I'm flying with a longbow, ripping your face off with talons, and a beak, but also with lion teeth in the beak. Shut up. Yeah. You're exhausted by the time you find an inn in the saga, and fall asleep quickly. However, you awake before dawn, and are eager to explore the surroundings. You venture out into the streets, which are still deserted. All of a sudden, you hear a sound that stands the hairs on the back of your neck on end. The rasp of a blade sliding from its scabbard. Dun dun dun! Plot twist. Into the game. Mixing on my computer. 2 frames, 9 frames. Oh, the delicious lag. What the? I did not fire that shot. Boom. Reload. Alright. Alright. Make it so number 1. Bang. Oh, that was still a hit. I refuse to believe that was not a hit. Yeah, I don't really like the crossbow. You have to have more skill to use the bow. Screw this. You have to have more skill to use the bow than you do the crossbow.